Mining is the backbone of the Australian economy. But mining doesn't work without people. It takes good old-fashioned hard work and people power to get the stuff actually out of the ground. Now, before fly-in, fly-out workers were the norm, I'll tell you what used to happen. Mining companies used to build towns near their existing mines so that their employees and families could live happily. And this is one of them. Welcome to Karratha, originally kicked off by Hamersley Iron back in the 1960s. The proximity to iron ore and natural gas create a pretty compelling case to establish a town up here. But there are other spectacular reasons to hang around. Last week, we did a road trip through the Pilbara to see some of the stunning wilderness within driving range of Karratha. The beautiful Millstream Chichester National Park is about 100 k's south. Or fill your tank up and go a little further to the famous Karratha National Park. Well, this is Dampier. Just 20 k's from Karratha, so you got the coast nearby. Some pretty decent job opportunities, especially if you're in the mining game. And get this, 30 degrees at least almost every single day of the year. So where the bloody hell are ya? A few months back, Karratha officially became a city. And part of this new outlook is about making a great place even more livable. Well, we certainly have our finger on the pulse of the state here at Destination WA, because this is a pretty watershed occasion for Karratha. These 5 homes are going to provide the benchmark for future sustainable design up here that'll make living in the northwest so much more comfortable and affordable. Michael, this house is like totally awesome. What was the overriding principles when you started to talk about designing and building houses like this in an environment like Karratha?
Well, Corp has a pretty strong presence in Karratha and we develop a lot of land here. So we developed a set of guiding principles called the Pilbara Vernacular Handbook, and that covers off a raft of different ways people can change the way they're designing homes to be more sustainable and I guess more long-term. The way we've structured the home is we've had all the rooms on the northern side of the home, and then we have the living space on the southern side of the home. When the sun rises and people are out of their rooms, the sun hits the rooms and that acts as a heat barrier to the main living area, which is used mostly during the day. And as the sun orientates and goes back over to the other side, then the heat transfers and you go into your room at night and go to sleep and it's nice and cool. Further to that, we've got the parasol roof above all of these living spaces, so that acts as another sort of sheath, if you like. We've also got these wind chimneys out the back here, so they capture the breeze from the sort of east and flush it into the outdoor living area and keeping that cool as well.
The aim is to make these sustainability features such an identifiable part of home design up here that the houses become recognised collectively as the Pilbara style of housing, much like the Queenslander has become synonymous with the classic timber homes on stilts. These ideas can extend out into the garden too. How do you take that sustainability and put it in the garden?
Well, shade, shade, shade. To keep not only the house cool, but also the surrounding spaces. There's lots of paving and gravel that's used for the cars, and people up here like boats and these types of things, and all of these hard stand areas generate heat. Next, get some diversity in the gardens. I mean, there's some of the best West Australian flora through this part of the country. They use less water and less nutrients. And then finally, water efficiency. So good irrigation, plenty of mulch are the 3 best places to start.
With the Pilbara design approach providing an example of what's possible, it'll be interesting to see how Karratha will change shape in its second 50 years. It's all happening up here, so watch this space.